are you doing? It is Thursday. Friday. It's Friday. 1:30 in the afternoon. I don't feel good. It's not a migraine though. I actually did wake up with a migraine today. But luckily Excedrin took care of it. I am wearing lip color again for the same reason I explained yesterday. I'm still biting my lips. I think my not feeling good is due to running out of medications that I should not run out of. So, because of the fact that I haven't been paid in over a month, and yes, they did cut a check. I said that on the video yesterday, but it's still going to be a few days before it gets here. Due to that, even the money we have for groceries has been extremely tight the last couple of weeks. We did go grocery shopping yesterday, and we had about $65 to spend for a week of groceries for 2 people. The week before that, we only had $35 to spend. And that's the week I ran out of medications. Sometime in the middle of that week, I ran out of, well, I technically ran out of 4, but 2 of them, it's not as bad that I ran out of them because they're not like maintenance medications. 2 of them I ran out of, though, are maintenance medications, and it's bad that I don't have them. Luckily, we are able to get them now, since Daniel got paid yesterday, so I've already called in the refills. They're going to be done today. One of them is my thyroid medicine. I have hypothyroidism. And let me just read you some of the symptoms of hypothyroidism, because I'm going through a lot of them right now. Fatigue. Yeah, I'm there. I think I slept like 9 hours last night, or more, 9 to 10, and I'm still extremely tired. Increased sensitivity to cold. I don't really have that going on. Constipation, you don't need to know that much about me. Dry skin, weight gain, puffy face, hoarseness, muscle weakness. That is most definitely a thing right now. Just everything in my muscles feels off. If I move at all, even if I'm sitting and start moving much. But definitely like to get up and walk and things like that. Elevated blood cholesterol level, that's an interesting one. Muscle aches, tenderness, and stiffness. Yeah. Pain, stiffness, or swelling in your joints. Got that too. Heavier than normal or irregular menstrual periods. I'm not at that time of the month right now, so it's fine. Thinning hair. Slowed heart rate. That one I actually find interesting because I have sinus tachycardia, where my heart generally beats fast. Faster than normal. And I'm on medication. It's alright. I'm on medication to reduce my heart rate, and actually my heart rate has been higher the last couple of days. Last night it was in the 90s, and the night before it was in the hundreds, like low hundreds, 105, somewhere in there, which is not a normal resting heart rate, and it shouldn't be that high given the medication I'm on to reduce it. So I do think me being off medication is screwing with my heart too. Let's see, depression and impaired memory. Yeah, so it says, you know, you might become more forgetful, your thought processes may slow. I don't know that I would say I'm more forgetful right now, but I do feel like my entire brain has slowed down. I feel like my muscles don't want to work. I feel a little foggy, like in the head, you know. And also just about every time I move, I feel like just a little dizzy. Like not enough to say the room's spinning, but like just enough that I have a slight fear I'm gonna fall. So I will be getting my thyroid medicine today though, but it does need to be taken in the morning. I will probably go ahead and take one today, but thyroid medicine is very, very, very finicky. Like very finicky. There is just a whole long list of medications that if you take them within a certain amount of time of thyroid medicine, it makes the thyroid medicine not absorb properly. Vitamins being one of those. Like antacids, if you take an antacid within a certain amount of time of taking thyroid medicine, your thyroid medicine won't be absorbed properly. And your thyroid medicine needs to be taken in the morning. It needs to be taken at least 30 minutes before you eat. Because if you take it when you eat, or like when you have eaten recently, or that sort of thing, it won't be absorbed as well. It's very finicky. In the morning, I only take my thyroid medicine and then my beta blocker, which is for my heart rate. And the reason I take the beta blocker is because I have to take that twice a day. So I take it morning and night. But otherwise, every medication I take, other than thyroid medicine, I take at night because there's too many things that can interact with thyroid medicine. And I don't know how true this is, but I had a nurse tell me once, it was like the afternoon and I hadn't taken my thyroid medicine yet because I had a procedure that I had to have done that like late morning, early afternoon, and you weren't supposed to like eat or drink or anything. So I hadn't taken my thyroid medicine. And when I mentioned that to this nurse, he told me that if you, like, say forget your thyroid medicine and go to take it in the afternoon, you might as well just throw that dose away because it will not do any good for you. It has to be taken in the morning. So I don't know how true that is. It's not that I doubt what he said. It's just that I've been on thyroid medicine for over 10 years now, and nobody's ever told me that. But I mean, things change all the time. Like when I first started my thyroid medicine like 10 plus years ago, I was told you needed to wait an hour after you took it before you had breakfast. And now all the information on it says 30 minutes. So, I mean, there are changes and stuff all the time, so maybe at some point that was discovered and nobody just ever told me. So, it's really finicky. That's one medication that I'm out of, and I have been out of it for about a week now. The other one, though, is the one that I think is more affecting the heart rate. That's the reason I think my heart rate's up. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I have depression and anxiety. And a couple of months ago, my doctor and I made the decision to put me on medication. I have been on medications for it before, but I hadn't been on one for years. But all the stress that was going on around being on short-term disability and trying to make sure I'm getting paid and all of that shit had kind of amped up my symptoms to the point that I felt like I needed additional help. So my doctor and I discussed it, and we decided to put me on Lexapro, which is one I've taken in the past and tolerated very well. But I also ran out of Lexapro last week. Lexapro is what's called an SSRI. A lot of antidepressants and anti-anxieties are. It's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. With any of these types of medications, you are not supposed to stop them. Just stop. Like, if you have to go off of it, generally you're more like weaned off of it. Like, you step down your dosage. I mean, I'm not on a huge dosage of it anyway, but I had to just stop because I didn't have the money. So, withdrawal symptoms can happen with antidepressants really easily. Like, if you just miss one dose, you can end up with some withdrawal symptoms. And what I've read is that withdrawal symptoms for Lexapro, and probably for a lot of antidepressants, like it can last for weeks. The withdrawal symptoms can. So, so there's a lot of different, like, withdrawal symptoms. I'm trying to find, like, a good, decent list. It's not a withdrawal related to addiction, because it's not an addictive drug. It's just a withdrawal due to, like, the physiology of stopping a drug. So I'm trying to find, like, a list of withdrawal symptoms that I think is actually legit. You know, from a website I trust. Okay, here we go. They most often occur within 3 days of stopping, and they usually go away within about 2 weeks. Well, I'm about a week out right now. So, anxiety. I have been having a lot more anxiety lately. Depression and mood swings. Mood swings have definitely been a thing. Dizziness and balance problems. I just told you that I'm having issues with that. Electric shock sensations. That's weird. Fatigue. Oh good, let's pile that on. There was already fatigue for the hypothyroidism. Flu-like symptoms. Headache, because I need more headaches. Loss of coordination, yeah. Muscle spasms, nausea. Nightmares, tremors, trouble sleeping. Yeah, I've been having that too. And vomiting. I haven't been vomiting. Thank God. It's not a fun thing. Anyway, point is that I am off 2 medications right now, not by choice. And it's not good for me to be off either one. And I'm feeling it. hopefully, like I said, my husband's going to pick them up for me today. The Lexapro I will be able to start tonight because I take it at night. Like I said, I take pretty much everything at night. The thyroid, I will probably go ahead and take one when he brings it home. But like I said, according to what that one nurse told me, it's not going to do any good. But I'm probably going to try it anyway because I need it. At the very least, as of tomorrow morning, I will be starting it again, so. This is just, it sucks. Like the last couple days have just sucked. I don't feel good. And it's all those things I just mentioned that I'm having. The fatigue, the dizziness, the muscle weakness, all of it. So, yeah. I don't even know if I'm gonna do my tarot video today. I'm still gonna draw from my tarot. I'll still do my blog posts like I do for my tarot. But I don't know if I'm gonna do a video because I don't even think I could fake energy right now. I just really don't feel good. I'm willing to bet me biting my lips again, like I mentioned in yesterday's, has to do with being off those medications too, because your anxiety goes up when you're off those. So I already have anxiety. I have most definitely noticed an increase, both last night and the night before, around like 10, 11 o'clock at night. All of a sudden my anxiety just spikes for no reason. Like, I'll start feeling my heart pound hard and fast, and like I take my pulse somewhat regularly anyway because, like I said, I have sinus tachycardia and I'm on medication that's supposed to reduce my heart rate, so I do need to keep an eye on it. So last night it was in the 90s, and the night before it was around like 103 to 105, like I said. And with the medication I'm on, it should not be that high. Like it should not. But it's because of the stuff that I'm not on right now, and I'm still going through withdrawal from that. So it's like both the last 2 nights in a row, anxiety has just started around like I said, like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'll be perfectly fine. I'll be like energetic, positive, happy, and then just like that, I am irritated with everything. I feel angry for no reason. I feel anxious, like I can feel my heart pounding and racing, and it's really hard to not focus on that because anxiety isn't rational. It never is rational. So when you start feeling your heart do something, like when you can feel your heart doing something and you have anxiety, then you just constantly focus on your heart. And it's just this constant cycle in your head of something's wrong with my heart, I need to go to the hospital, you know. My heart's not supposed to be doing this, something's wrong, I need to go to the hospital. Luckily, I am a pretty logical person, which I know makes no sense because anxiety isn't logical. But what I can do, I can't ever just get rid of my anxiety with logic, okay? I can't logic my way out of anxiety. It's not a thing you can do. But what I can do is temper it. I can keep it from getting so bad when I use my logic, right? So like the last 2 nights when I've been sitting there like borderline freaking out because of my heart, I can logic it and be like, okay, there is nothing actually wrong with my heart. This is anxiety. Anxiety is causing my heart rate to increase. There is nothing actually wrong with my heart. And as long as I keep telling myself that, I can keep from going into like a full-blown panic attack. At least in these cases. Like I said, logic does not stop anxiety. Anxiety does not make sense. It just doesn't. I can't stop my anxiety with logic. It doesn't matter how many times I tell myself something. It's not going to stop the anxiety. But I can keep it from being as bad with logic, if that makes sense. The logical sort of scientific side of me does a lot to counter my anxiety. Doesn't make it go away, it's a good counter. So I feel like I'm kind of lucky in that sense, that even though I have anxiety, I have a very logical mind most of the time, which allows me to temper it. I know I'm rambling a lot. My brain is not all there though, like I said. My brain is a little bit in a fog right now. I feel like I'm kind of just like stumbling through fog. And like nothing's really clear. So, sorry if this is rambly, sorry if I repeat myself. I'm never gonna like lie or hide things on this vlog though. You're going to see the truth. You're going to see the real me. You're going to see me in the good times and the bad times. It's real life. And that's one of my biggest points of my vlog. One is to show the realness of migraines. But the other is just to show real life in general. And that doesn't always involve my migraines. Like today. Like I said, I did wake up with a migraine, but that's gone. Thank goodness. Seriously, when I woke up, it felt like there was an ice pick just like right here. Just right there sticking in my brain. That reminds me, I haven't logged it on my headache log. Let me just go right in here and put that I woke up with a migraine. What's today? The 19th. Okay. Woke up with migraine. Took a 7. Well, we're up to 12 migraines for the month. And it's the 19th day. It's a pretty decent percentage right there. This month so far has definitely been worse than the last few months for migraines, but you know, things happen, it varies, can't do much about it. Alright, I think I've rambled enough. I took my nail polish off today. I was thinking about painting my nails with my glittery gold. But then at the same time, I was like, but my muscles are kind of weak. I don't have a lot of hand-eye coordination going on right now. This is probably not a good idea. So I don't think I'm going to do it today. Maybe tomorrow, you know. Get a dose of Lexapro in my system and a dose of my thyroid medicine in my system. And my hair is so weird. It's just I really want to like take a shower, honestly. I feel like I just want to take a shower and kind of like, I don't know, scrub all the bad off of me. But I don't think standing in the shower on a wet surface is really the best idea right now when I feel dizzy. If my husband were home so that I knew, you know, he would be there if something happened, I probably would go ahead and take one, but he's at work right now, so he works 10 to 7 today, so I'll probably like take a shower when he gets home, and that'll make me feel so much better. I don't know about you, but like anytime I don't feel well for some reason, if I feel well enough to take a shower, it makes me feel better. Like not just physically, but mentally it makes me feel better. So, oh, there's just something to me that's like cleansing about a shower. You probably think that's weird. That's cool. I don't really care. Alright, I don't know if I'll record anymore today, like I said. Maybe if I start feeling better. But at any rate, I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have had a good week so far. I hope your weekend is good. Take care of yourself. That's it. Bye.